Hi, good day, guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you got invited for the NDDC Foreign Scholarship Interview, congratulations to you. It means that you've passed the CBT exam. I noticed that this year, people who even got 27, people who got 26, 27, 28 in the CBT exam, they were invited for the interview. So, congratulations to you guys. Last year, it was a bit tough. It was 70% of 50. Yeah, because the total mark for the CBT exam was 50, so 70% of it was around 35. Those were the people who got invited for the interview. But this year, I guess maybe so many persons didn't score up to, you know, the 70%. So they consider people who score at least average. My own thoughts, my own perspective, and my own opinion. So congratulations to you guys. So this is from one of my friend who got invited for the interview. He sent me this mail, the NDC sent him. So following your success at this computer-based test for the NDC following postgraduate master's degree scholarship program, you are hereby invited for the oral interview. So now note that the interview date, I guess so many persons got this invite. So the interview date is starting from 15th of May, right, which is next week. So 3:30 p.m. Port Harcourt. I advise you please go there very early. And this required documents you need to go with, please, it's very important you go with them. Your birth certificate, you must have it. Local government ID, that means it means your certificate of origin, right? Your certificate of origin that's been issued by your local government chairman or secretary or local government council that shows that you're from that particular local government. First school living certificate, which is your primary school, WAEC or NECO, you must have one of these guys, right? First degree certificate, this is your bachelor's degree. Please don't go with what was it called, statement of result, because they will stress you. Last year, so many persons who went with statement of result, they stress them. So please go with your bachelor's degree. If you don't have your bachelor's degree, you can go with your transcript. Any of those two will do. NYSC's discharge certificate, you must, of course, have completed your NYC program and have the certificate. Please go with it. Admission letter, yeah, the school you apply to in the UK or with any other country, right? You must go with the admission letter. This is a proof that, oh, for true, you have admission from a school, from an international school, which you need NDDC scholarship for in order to fund. Right? International passport, definitely you must have this. I don't know for driver's license or NIM, but it is very important you go into international passport so that you will not be embarrassed. Last year, literally everybody came international passport. I don't know of anybody who went to driver's license or anyone. So please go into international passport. Guarantor's letter is very important. Somebody from a senior government official must sign your guarantor's form, right? Or write a guarantor's letter, either an ASC police. So anybody with an high profile, it must not necessarily be a particular niche of portfolio per se. So those somebody with a very high profile, you know, that's working in the Nigerian system that that can give you guarantee letter, please go with it. Then a copy of this invitation letter. So that is it. So also now in the interview, I'll just be quick with this. Last year, I'm just telling you based on my own personal experience. When you get there, you do your documentation first, right? You show them all this your document. After showing them all this your document, then you will now be sent to the room where you be interviewed. During my time when I went in there, I was faced with about four professors, four to five professors, right? They were all sitting in front of me. I sat down. Immediately you get there, they'll ask you, introduce yourself, tell us your name, where you're from, the school you apply to, the course, and that. Do you get? So you introduce yourself, then they'll start asking questions. Of course, you tell them the background you're coming from. For me, I from a computer science background, right? So a particular professor in computer science that has that computer science technical know-how will be the one to ask you questions. So in my head, I never knew what I was expecting. So I was just reading vast. So the man started asking me a question on computer science. I want to believe that maybe he's a professor in computer science per se. So he started asking me a question on operating system, asking me a question, what is the log in operating system? What are the layers of operating system? He asked me about three questions, right? After you finish asking me those questions, I just try to answer, Then the next person also another professor started asking me questions on like general questions like how many senatorial districts do you have in your state? Who's the first governor of your state? Those were the questions. Like within the space of 5 to 10 minutes, I was already done and I left. But the funny thing is that they won't tell you your score. Unlike the CBT exam, that after the CBT exam, you get to know your score. So for the interview, you won't know your score. It's after the interview, then if you pass, the interview, adding it to your CBT score, then they'll now shortlist. So, but my advice is when you get there for the interview, even if you ask a question that you don't know, please don't just say you don't know or don't just keep me. Always try to make an attempt, make an attempt, make an attempt. Try and say something, even if it's not totally correct. try and say something, try and pitch it. They just want to know how sound you are from the background in which you've indicated that you're coming from. So try as much as possible to answer questions in relation to your field and also general questions. Know about your state, know about your local government, know about the current trend in Nigerian politics because questions might come from there. And also very important, I don't know for NDDC, last year they didn't ask me that question, but other scholarship like PTDF I took and the interview I went for, they'll always ask you your SOP. SOP means statement of purpose. They want to know why you choose the course you are planning to go study in the UK or any country you choose, right? They want to know why that particular school, and also they want to know how does the course you intend to study in the UK per se benefit the Niger Delta region. So with that, I wish you guys all the best and good luck, guys.